Oui, bonjour, Tanché Kia, mon nom c'est Adam Gauthier et je suis un homme de métier. Ma famille c'est habite dans Rivière-Rouge. So what I was trying to say, I'm sorry, is that bonjour Annie bonjour Annie Tasha Kia. That's a welcoming. I'm very nervous, by the way. I apologize. My name is Adam Gauthier, and I am a Métis man from Red River Settlement, today known as Winnipeg. I am considered to be from Red River, even though I have connections to Batoche as well. Have never actually lived in Manitoba. I grew up in Toronto. But my family is from Red River, and that's how our culture goes. So today I'm going to be speaking about the Métis Sash. I actually have 3 sashes that are with me today, but I'll only be showing 2. So the Métis Sash is our regalia. It's the ceremonial, traditional dress of the Métis people. Traditionally, the sash is worn around the waist and to support the back when voyageurs were paddling long distances and carrying heavy loads for the fur trade. There are 2 basic colors of or common colors of Métis sash, and as I was explaining to Juliana earlier, the colors. I've received 2 teachings about the basic color of the sash. One teaching is that the predominant color of the sash, which in this case is red, denotes where your family is closer to. My family being from Red River, there's more red in my sash, and this sash seems to be the most common. But you will also see sashes that have a blue dominant color, which denotes your family being closer to Montreal. Recently, I've also learned that the color denotes the company or the fur trading company that your family worked for. Red being the Hudson's Bay Company, and a predominantly blue sash being Northwest Company, which is what my family worked for as Coureur de Bois. Traditionally, sashes did not look like this. This is the more common modern sash that is machine loomed, but traditionally sashes would have been finger loomed and resulted in a sorry, there's a big motorcycle going by, in a pattern that it was more arrowhead like. And Louis Riel, our political and spiritual leader, he had a sash like that. I would love one, but they are extremely expensive. These sashes came about in the 1970s during the time in which Quebec nationalism became very popular. The sash actually originated historically with the French military and the French army before and prior to, or around the time of the Napoleonic Wars, in which time the soldiers would wear a tightly woven cloth like this around their waists to support their backs on long marches. And sorry, my phone just dropped out for a second there. So the French infantry soldiers would wear a band of tightly woven cloth around their midsections to support their backs during long marches, and if they were carrying heavy loads. The French military today, at least the French Foreign Legion, still carries on this tradition with their ceremonial dress. So this was adopted by, I'm having trouble speaking, I really do apologize. The sash was adopted by the Coureur de Bois and the voyageurs when traveling with their loads by canoe largely. There are also I guess I should speak about the different ways to wear the sash. Sashes are very important in Métis culture. They actually also serve as a wedding ring of sorts. So you can, the way that a man wears, that I know of at least, the way that a man wears a sash will indicate whether he's a married man or single. So myself being a single guy, I wear my sash knotted on the right side with the fringe hanging down the right side. A man who is not single would wear his sash on the other side, left, knotted on the left side of his waist, and the fringe hanging down the left side. Traditionally, women wear their sash as an actual sash across their chest. Again, with the knot on the side of their marital status. Of course, in modern times, it's become quite common for women to wear their sash around their midsections as well, and that is quite common and completely acceptable. I guess I'll talk about my other sash right now because it's quite important to me. This sash here was gifted to me the day that I graduated from a dear lady, a Métis senator who's very dear to me. This sash was actually designed for the graduating classes of 2017, and it is specific to acknowledging the importance of women in our culture and the importance of respecting women and honoring the gifts that women bring us. So that's that sash. I also have another fancier, much more expensive sash here that was gifted to me by a well-known Métis artist named Jamie Coble. This sash is from Etchy Boy, and from what I understand in the read-up, it's the black in it is denoted as a mourning sash. So mourning, M-O-U-R-N-E. And I think it's in response to missing and murdered Indigenous women, but I'm not entirely sure. It's been a while since I researched it. How am I doing for time, Julia?
You're doing great.
Okay.
It's a very interesting conversation.
Okay, I think I might wrap up because I think that I've pretty much spoken about the sash as much as I can. I guess I can talk about how traditionally they were used. So traditionally, like I said, they were used to support the back, much like a weightlifter's belt is used today in powerlifting. But you could also use the sash around across your forehead and to hold and support large bales of fur and other goods to help in aiding in portaging. Those of you who are canoers and I guess long-range campers will understand that it helps to distribute the weight. Yeah. Sashes generally shouldn't be bought, but rather gifted. Often they're gifted from parents to youngsters. My sash was gifted to me by a Métis woman in the nearby community when I was doing a speaking engagement on a. Actually, sorry, when I joined the board of Odawa, it was gifted to me so that I had a sash to wear at board meetings and such. This one actually has tobacco in it. So yeah, that's my little blurb on the Métis Sash. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to contact me. I have no problem talking about my sash or Métis culture. In fact, I welcome it. Thank you, Juliana, so much for having me here. My phone is about to die, so I will sign off. Miigwech, merci.